Welcome everybody to our Green Acres. If you are new to my channel, my name is Teresa. I'm so glad y'all are here today for the video. In today's video, I'm going to show y'all a space in my home that I am refreshing for the Christmas season. I'm also going to give y'all some ideas and inspiration of what we can do with those leftover transfer sticks. And I'm going to show y'all some easy and budget-friendly DIY projects. So let's get started. The first project is going to be a DIY, and I'm going to make over a piece of wood that I found at Goodwill. This piece right here was 99 cents. It had Let It Snow on that side. The other side was totally blank. So I'm going to use the other side, and I'm going to go over it with some candle wax. Y'all know if you use the candle wax, rub over the base of your project before you paint it. This will help your paint lift off when you go to distress. I'm going to use some milk paint that I have. Right now, milk paint is one of my favorite paints. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but if you've never used it, I'm going to leave a link to what I use down below. But you just mix a powder with water. You get it the consistency that you want it. You'll apply it to the base of your project. And I did a couple of layers, and you also want to apply some heat, either with a heat gun or a blow dryer. You get a great crackle effect. I went over it with some sandpaper. I sanded it to distress it. Now I'm going to use one of my favorite stencils. Now I have these stencils listed in my Amazon store, so I'll make sure to have a link to my store down below. But I'm just going to use this one. The whole stencil didn't fit on my block of wood, but it will work off the side and it will look okay. Now I'm just using some black ink chalk paint to apply my stencil, and I'm using a Jamie Ray Vintage stencil brush. I'm going to leave a link to the stencil brush that I use down below, because if you don't have a good stencil brush, I highly recommend these. Now I want to show y'all a space in my home that I'm currently decorating for Christmas. I'm going to show you a couple of items that I thrifted, and this piece right here, I'm going to make it over. I purchased this last year and used it, but the color of my walls, it just blends in being galvanized. So I took it outside. I just gave it a couple of layers of some white spray paint, and I added some beautiful gold bows, and now I think this stands out so much better in my home. I'm going to stage it for you in just a minute because I have a huge surprise for y'all, something I am so excited to show y'all. So just stay tuned because we're going to get to it in just a minute. But another thing that I thrifted that I have been wanting to decorate in my home is this twin size headboard. This is a Williams and Sonoma white headboard, and I paid $14.99 for it at Goodwill. I tried to find it online to see what it originally sold for. I can't imagine. But as soon as I saw it, I didn't see headboard. I saw wall decor. So I want Ben to help me hang this beautiful piece, and we're going to put it on this wall that's in our little gathering room. This little room right here is totally connected to our kitchen, and it sits right in front of our little wood burning stove. So we sit in this area a lot of times in front of the fireplace during the cooler, weather months. But now I want to style everything for y'all and show y'all this beautiful cozy space. To say I'm excited is an understatement. Chita Furniture reached out to me and asked if I would like to partner with them, and I received this beautiful sofa in this absolutely gorgeous chair. This right here just made my space complete. They are the sponsor of today's video. I want to give them a huge thank you. They make home decor that is stylish and comfortable and accessible for all budgets to suit any home. They have an assortment of modern designs ranging from farmhouse to contemporary. So you can style these pieces in your home to style for whatever theme your home is. All of the cushions right here have easy zippers on them. You can take all the cushions off, remove them, throw them in your wash machine and wash them. The beautiful rattan detail on these sofa and chair are absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if y'all are like me, but a lot of sofas that I have bought in the past have fabric armrests. Those start over time to get soiled and dirty. There's no way to clean them. This sofa right here is a great alternative because these armrests on here, all you'll need to do is just get a soft cloth and just wipe them down. The quality of this sofa and chair right here, you can just feel it when you touch it. As soon as I took this out of the packaging, I could just tell that this fabric on this sofa and chair were of top quality. It feels so good. I love the color because it's such a neutral color and it will go with so many color schemes that you may have in your home. I couldn't be happier with this set. Now, of course, I'm styling it, the set together, and of course, you can see I cannot get up the steps, but I did want to bring this along to y'all, so if you want to see what it looks like together as a set. Our home here is very small, so we are going to move the chair upstairs, and I'll show you how I style it up there, but I'm going to put it up there in my studio, and I absolutely love it up there. I had a great little nook for it, and it fit in there perfectly. Just wanted to give another huge thank you to Chita because I absolutely love my furniture, and I'm going to leave a link down in my description box. So go out, visit their website if you want some good quality home decor and furniture for your home. Now I want to show y'all a really easy and budget-friendly project. Never underestimate those little wooden transfer sticks that we get with our transfer pads. I get these a lot with my transfer books, just like a lot of y'all probably do. And eventually you have a bunch of them stored up. So I got to thinking, what can we make out of them? So I just kind of got my creative juices going one day, and I just went around and I milk painted a few of them. And I just applied a couple of layers of milk paint to them. I got a good crackle finish. I went over them with some sandpaper and I distressed them really well. I wanted mine to look really chippy and rustic. Now I just had fun with them, but you can pretty much embellish these any way you want to. You can put stamps on them. You can put molds, transfers, stencils. Just decorate them and get creative with them, you know, however you want to and with whatever you may have on hand. I had some stamps that I was dying to use. I've got some new stamps, and I'm going to leave a link to the products that I use down below. But I also had some older stamps that were some of my favorites also. So I just got some out that I felt like would fit on the little transfer sticks the best. And I just went to town and just started applying them. Now, once you get these little sticks made, there's so many things that you can do with them. Because little things like this just add just a little extra detail to your vignettes. You can drill a little hole in these, put a hanger on them. You can hang these on your Christmas tree. You can use these for bowl fillers. You can also stick these down in a mug. You know, just anywhere where you feel like you want just another little added detail to something. I think these little transfer sticks make the perfect addition. If you are enjoying the video so far, I hope you'll hit that like button. It really helps out my channel. This next project is a really fun one, but I'm just going to take a scrap piece of wood, and I always have scrap pieces of wood laying around. I did a project on one side of it, but I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to show you, give you another idea of something that we can make out of it. I love just to get a scrap piece of wood and just get creative and use some things that I have on hand. And I got a new stencil pack, and you'll get 3 stencils to a pack. This is one of them. I'll make sure to link these down below. But I absolutely loved it. So I applied it to the board, and now I'm just going to get creative and just add a little bit to it. In last week's video, I showed y'all a project of how I used this free download from the Graphics Fairy. It was this vintage Christmas postcard. Now I'm just going to use the same footage that I had in last week's video to show you of how you can distress and make this look a little bit more worn and vintage looking. I love to use leftover coffee grounds. This is just from the morning coffee, but I just take them and I just work it into the paper with my hands. I work around the edges first, and then I go in the middle, and I get the desired vintage look that I want. And once you get it the way you want it, then just set it up, let it dry, and once it is dry, then it is ready to add to your project. Now, this is what it looks like for this one that I'm working on this week. I have not distressed around the edges yet, but to do that, it's very easy. I cut the bottom off because only part of it's going to fit on my board because I want some of that stencil to show at the top. Using some water and my fingers, I just went around and I ripped around the edges of the paper very carefully. Now I'm just going to go in. I sanded over some of the lettering of my stencil just so it wouldn't be so bright. I just kind of toned it down a little bit with some sandpaper, and I'm going to apply this little postcard to the board. And y'all know I love to use DIY Liquid Patina, and I'll leave a link to it down below, but it is my favorite decoupage medium. Now once I got both sides decoupaged down really well with my sponge brush, and I did go over the top, I'm just going to roll over it with my brayer, make sure it is smoothed out really well. Now I'm just going to tie some twine around it. I'm going to add a little bit of greenery, some red berries, and some jingle bells to embellish this piece. The next project is going to be a little metal tray that I picked up at Goodwill. Now this was actually cheaper than the ones that you can get at the Dollar Tree. This was only 99 cents. It is a little bit of a smaller size, but it actually felt like better quality. But I'm going to give it a couple of layers of some cream spray paint. Once it was dry, I took it inside. Now I got this beautiful graphic around Christmas time last year. I wanted to do a project with it and I ran out of time, so I want to use it this year. I will link the Etsy shop where I purchased this down below. I placed the graphic in my tray and I just went around and scored the center of the tray in the graphic with my fingernail, and then I cut it out. Now I'm just going to apply it using some school glue. Just use a good quality school glue and it'll work just fine. Once I got both the ends glued down really well, I'm just going to work it down with my hands really well, working out any wrinkles and bubbles as much as I can. And then I was also able to roll over it with my brayer a couple of times, so that helped with the wrinkles also. Now I want to add a little bit of DIY antiquing wax inside of those little ornate, details on the edges. So first you want to apply a clear wax, and in my case I could apply a white wax because I'm working with a really light colored paint. So I just applied my white wax, and now this will make my darker wax manipulate and rub off a lot better. So I'm just going to work it down into all those little grooves, and once I get some applied, then you just want to take a paper towel and wipe off any excess, because you can, control how much antiquing wax you want to put on it. So once I did this, I got some on the graphic by accident. So just a happy little accident. I went over the whole graphic with antiquing wax and I rubbed it off, and now the graphic is a little bit more antiqued. So here is one way that we can upcycle the tray, but I also want to give you another idea. with the antiquing wax already on the little tray, I'm going to take this little Nutcracker. Now, I have shown him in a previous video. I did some projects with him, and I had an extra one printed out already, and I thought he would look good on it too, so I'm just kind of giving y'all more ideas of what kind of graphics would look good on these little trays. You know, if you get them at Dollar Tree, these little graphics right here go really well and make some really pretty Christmas decor. But I did the same thing with him. I just scored him with my fingernail, I cut him out, and I'm going to apply him using some school glue. Now, I'm just going to leave him just like he is. I'm not going to put any wax over him, and this is all I'm going to do. But these little trays right here are really fun projects. So if you see these at the thrift store or at Dollar Tree, I always pick these up because they make great project pieces. Okay, y'all, we are at the end of the video, so it's time for me to tell y'all goodbye. Make sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite project was in today's video. Please hit that subscribe button so you can join my family. I have a lot of Christmas content coming your way. I want to give another huge thank you to Chita Furniture for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to leave a link down in my description box, so make sure to go out and check their website. As always, I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all again in my next video. Bye, y'all.